Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, considering that here in the UK we've got a record-breaking heatwave, I thought that I'd take a break from the studio and from reviews in general and give you guys a few predictions/thoughts videos, especially with San Diego Comic-Con just around the corner. This week is actually the perfect time to take a break from reviews, as I'm pretty certain that towards the tail end of this week we'll have so much news to discuss in regards to some of the latest product coming out from Transformers, hopefully for Studio Series, Transformers Legacy, and of course that brand new Nickelodeon TV show, Transformers Earthspark. And we've also got some brand new listings of figures that we can expect to see towards the later half of this year in regards to some of the final 2022 waves for Transformers Studio Series. So definitely quite a lot to get through in today's video, but I'm hoping that this video will psych you guys up for our first San Diego Comic-Con in what has been, I believe, a little over 2 years. So definitely glad to see San Diego Comic-Con back, and here's hoping that it's back with a bang. So first of all, we'll discuss some of the confirmed listings, and those are all in regards to live action movies, for the most part Transformers Studio Series figures. So we already know that we're going to be seeing some Rise of the Beast characters such as Scourge, Optimus Primal, and even the Studio Series 86 Leader Class Snarl towards the beginning of 2023, but no one's really discussed what we can expect as the final wave for 2022, and some of these figures are characters that us Bay fans have wanted for such a long time, and to be honest, are figures of which are in a dire need of an upgrade. So let's just do a very quick wave recap. We recently saw the wave with Galvatron and Thundercracker, and the only characters that we haven't really seen released for that wave so far would be the Leader Class and the Core Class. So for Wave 3 in 2022, we're expecting to see the 86 Wheelie, which was very recently shown off, and then the 86 Movie Ratchet, both of those Core Class figures. And then as far as the Leader Class is concerned, we're expecting the well overdue Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, the Fallen. Now he is officially a part of Wave 3, but if history is anything to go by, the Leader Class assortment always kind of comes out midway between Wave 3 and Wave 4. It never really comes out with the actual Wave 3 itself, so I'm expecting that to perhaps release toward, maybe if we're very lucky, the end of August, but definitely around September, October time. That's when I personally think we'll see the Fallen, and it's one of the most anticipated characters for the Studio Series, so I'm really hoping that it lives up to the hype, and just as long as it's better when compared to the Hunt for the Decepticons version, then I really can't complain, as that original 2010 figure was spot on fantastic. Then as we jump into Wave 4, these are the characters that so far up until this point we really haven't seen but yet have official confirmation on. For the Core Class, we're expecting to see a Studio Series 86 repack of Wheelie, the Transformers 3 Laserbeak, which we now know will be the pink Bumblebee, and a character of which hasn't as of yet been revealed, that being the Studio Series 86 Rumble. Now I do believe we very recently actually got an Amazon listing for this guy, and it did confirm that he'll not only include some pistols but will actually come with the pile drivers. I think that's awesome. Those are accessories which were sadly absent from the versions that we saw in the War for Cybertron trilogy, and the pile drivers really are the signature classic weapon of Rumble, so great to see them included here for our new 86 rendition. But as we actually get into the mainline, the Deluxe, the Voyager, and the Leader, for Wave 4 we're expecting to see a repack of both the 86 movie Perceptor and RC, but in regards to live action movie Michael Bay figures, we can expect to see a Transformers 5 The Last Night Deluxe Class Lamborghini Hot Rod. This one is going to be so cool. The original Hot Rod that we saw for the Transformers 5 toy line wasn't the best. It had an amazing vehicle mode, by far one of the coolest looking alt modes I think we've ever seen for the live action movies, but the robot mode was pretty trash. Sadly, it was just a heavy retool of the Age of Extinction Lockdown, which had came out 3 years prior, and that toy line in general was just plagued with incredibly simplistic transformations. So yeah, Hot Rod sadly didn't get off to the greatest start, and considering that the only other version of Hot Rod we've seen from the Studio Series line has been the World War II version, I'm almost certain that this will be the Lamborghini version, and I'm hoping that it looks awesome. I do believe that around about this time last year there was some kind of leaked image floating around of what at the time was believed to be the prototype, so I'll try my best to actually resurface that image, and if I can find it I'll be sure to pop it up here on screen. Take it with speculation though. Personally, I don't actually think it is the Hot Rod that we can expect, but if it turns out to be real, really interesting. So yeah, Hot Rod is definitely coming. The other character that we're expecting to see originally was titled as a Transformers 4 Age of Extinction Crosshairs, but has since been relisted on Amazon as a Transformers 5 Crosshairs. Now I'm not too sure as to why they've decided to go with his Transformers 5 appearance when in comparison to TF4. To be honest, there really aren't that many differences, besides he had a slightly updated Corvette in that movie, but the fact that we're seeing Crosshairs in the Studio Series is awesome. Much like Hot Rod, sadly, at least in my opinion, he received a pretty mediocre release in both Age of Extinction and The Last Night. I thought his Transformers 5 version version was slightly cooler. The Corvette alt mode on that was spot on. It was so nicely done, but the robot mode still wasn't 100% perfect. So I'm definitely really looking forward to this guy, and considering that we are going to be seeing him in his TF5 form, we'll no doubt get a slight remold, much like we saw with the Dark of the Moon / Revenge of the Fallen sideswipe into his Transformers 4 Corvette. So that's really exciting stuff. Now sadly, the Voyager assortment for this figure is limited to just one character, but it's a character of which I think could be pretty cool to see, and it is a Studio Series 86 Ironhide. Now when this guy originally began to circulate, I actually didn't believe it at all. I thought, why would they put Ironhide in the Voyager assortment? But when you actually begin to break it down, it makes perfect sense. I actually found an image of the original G1 toy, and that came with so many accessories. And if we actually take a look back at the past Voyager 86 characters, for the most part they've been roughly deluxe scale characters with additional accessories, and I definitely think that's what we can expect from this 86 Ironhide. I am praying that it's a brand new mold and that it isn't just an extensive retool of either the Siege or Earthrise version, much like we saw in that Autobot Alliance 2 back. I am also hoping that it doesn't parts form, but I'm kind of leading to believe that maybe it will have some parts forming capability to recreate that almost battle station thing that the Masterpiece and the original toy had, which, if I'm going to be honest, I won't mind too badly, just as long as the robot mode is super accurate. And to go back to my earlier point, I definitely think the reason why he is going to be a Voyager is because Ironhide in general is just a bigger character, so if they really were to do him justice, he would have to be a Voyager, but then he's still too small to be a proper Voyager. So what are they going to do? They're going to pack a ton load of accessories in there, so I'm expecting loads of different guns. I could be completely wrong, but that's just my personal take on it. And then as far as the leader class assortment for this guy goes, it kind of stops with Wave 3, the Fallen. So the Fallen will be the final leader class figure that we can expect to be seeing this year, and then the next leaders that we'll see are the Rise of the Beasts, Scourge and Optimus Primal, and then of course that 86 leader Snarl. And so that pretty much wraps up all of these Studio Series figures that we can kind of expect to see towards the tail end of this year. There's also that Nest Voyager class Bumblebee movie inspired character, which I personally believe to be the B-movie Optimus redone in that gunmetal Nest color scheme that we saw recently on the Nest Bumblebee. But yeah, those are our last remaining Studio Series figures for 2022. Will any of these actually be revealed at San Diego Comic-Con? I really hope so, especially considering that this month does mark the anniversary, the 15th anniversary of the original 2007 live-action movie, and in the actual breakdown brief description that San Diego Comic-Con revealed in regards to the Transformers brand, they did state that Hasbro will be showcasing a 15th anniversary Studio Series display. So I am hoping that that doesn't just include figures that we've seen previously, and that there will be some new reveals in there, as the Fallen is definitely a character which deserves a proper grand reveal such as SDCC. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. San Diego Comic-Con, I believe, takes place from Thursday the 21st of this month to, I believe, the Sunday. I'm not too sure about the dates on that, but definitely this Thursday to the Friday, so really exciting things. And then we jump into some figures which personally I think we're going to be seeing revealed at San Diego Comic-Con. And to kick things off, the Transformers Earthspark figures, they have been confirmed that they will be showing off something in regards to that toy line, whether or not it will be the more collector focused figures such as the deluxe wave that has been rumored, or whether or not it will be the gimmick toys. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Either way, I'm really excited to see as to what they bring to the table. Some of the gimmick toys that we've seen so far leaked for Rise of the Beasts have been really interesting, so if they start creating some cool gimmick toys, then I'll definitely be sure to pick them up and review them over on the channel. And I'm actually really intrigued to see the designs for other characters. So far we've really only been shown Optimus Prime and Alita 1, so exciting things ahead for that Nickelodeon TV show. And then in regards to Transformers Legacy, of course we had the deluxe figures which we've already known about. I previously discussed them over on the channel, but we'll just very quickly go through them here. Point Blank, which of course we now know will in fact actually come with his Target Master, which is awesome. Crankcase, which I don't believe has actually been leaked on Amazon, but he's also expected to be a part of Wave 3. The Energon Monster, which we now know has been confirmed as Deluxe Skullgrin, which to be honest I think is my most anticipated figure out of the Deluxe Wave for Wave 3. And then the final figure is the Stunticon Dead End, which we all knew was coming, especially when we saw some of the other Stunticons. And then of course we jump into Voyager. Armada Starscream and the Beast Wars Inferno have already been revealed, but I imagine we'll get actual proper in-hand images of them in the Hasbro booth. And then as far as the leader assortment goes, it is that Dragon Megatron, the long-awaited Dragon Megatron that I've spoken about so many times over on the channel, so it'll be awesome to actually finally see how this guy hopefully shapes up in hand towards the end of this week. And be sure to stay tuned to the channel, as I'm definitely going to be covering all of the news and reveals that come out of San Diego Comic-Con in regards to Transformers. And then as far as the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive goes, it is rumored to be, and it has been rumored for quite some time to be an Alpha Trion and Orion Pax 2-pack. Now, whether or not this is legit is yet to be seen, but once again, I do believe there were some leak listings circulating, and I think it's a great SDCC exclusive. For those of you who may have watched some of my past almost thoughts on the Netflix TV show, I complained that we haven't seen an Alpha Trion figure, especially considering he was featured in both Siege, I believe maybe in Earthrise, I think he was in Kingdom. So yeah, I'm hoping for an updated version of Alpha Trion. He has such a cool design. Whether or not it will be a retool slash remold of Scourge, the 86 Scourge, is yet to be seen. Personally, I'm thinking that they'll go with an original sculpt, but the Orion Pax figure, at least at the time of this recording, is rumoured to be a partial slash retool of the Studio Series 86 Deluxe Cup, which I can definitely see. They do share pretty similar robot mode designs, and if you just switch out the head sculpt and spice up the colour deco, I think it could work, but I am still holding out hope for an original mold, and I believe that pretty much wraps everything up for what we were expecting to see as part of San Diego Comic-Con 2022 and the final waves for Studio Series in regards to the later half of this year. I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comment section below. Out of all of the characters, which are the ones that get you guys most excited? What are you expecting to see as part of San Diego Comic-Con? To go back to my earlier point, be sure to take all of this information with a grain of salt. However, I'm almost certain that we'll know how all of the characters that I mentioned in this video will turn out by the end of this year, if not best case scenario towards the end of this week. As always, I thank you guys all so much for watching, and until my next video, I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.